right, the game is down, but we do have patch notes for patch 6.5, where we've got some information on some bug fixes. Hulk will be resized. We'll get into it. And then also we've got some information on Nakia's event and Wakandans. Devour the competition with Iron Man Zombie, Black Panther, 1 million or 1 mil, Nakia and Dark Beast arriving over the course of the new release. New characters and updates. Enhance your roster of 4 new playable characters. Iron Man Zombie, which I'm expecting to be released today. Black Panther, 1 mil. Nakia and Dark Beast. And I believe they're going to get released in that order, if I were to guess. I believe he's going to be later in the patch, and I know Iron Man Zombie is going to be the first. I guess whether Black Panther or Nakia are released, we'll see. Still absolutely no word on what is going to be happening with Mr. Negative and his release method. All right, before we get into it, let's have a quick word from our sponsor. Raid Shadow Legends has taken over and gaming will never be the same again. Raid is the first game to bring a true console-level experience to your phone. With hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. My favorite thing about Raid Shadow Legends is that it has its own dedicated PC client, so you don't have to use an emulator. And right now, Raid is running an amazing trick-or-treat promotion for Halloween where you can win a bunch of real-life and in-game prizes, including a $1,000 Amazon gift card and some of the best epic and legendary Halloween champions in Raid. The best part, it's all free and super easy. All you need is your Raid player ID. Just download Raid with the link in the description and then head to trickortreat.polarium.com. And to make it easier, I even linked that in the description too. From there, just enter your details, then spin the wheel and get your prize. That's it. Don't wait around. This special event runs October 15th to November 5th, and once it's over, it's over. So be fast. Only new players can win a prize. And if you haven't started playing Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen, and you'll get unique bonuses worth up to $30. We're talking a free epic champion, Rector Death, 200,000 silver, 1 energy refill, 1 EXP boost, and an ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here. Let's get into it, the rest of the post. Iron Man Zombie, satisfy your hunger for a victory with Iron Man Zombie. This undead Avenger joins an updated Hell as part of the newly forming Undying team. Going to be amazing on war offense, and I can't wait to see his stats once he is in game on MSF.gg. I believe he has 200% accuracy, so hopefully that means that it might be a solution against Spider Weaver. We will see. Black Panther 1 mil and Nakia, newcomers Black Panther 1 mil and Nakia join Strike, veteran Shuri, Okoye, and Black Panther and the new War Dogs team. Wakanda's finest will be commandeering a helicarrier near you soon. So I think a lot of people have Shuri upgraded already. And if you're thinking about upgrading other Wakandans, I feel like Okoye and Black Panther are going to be good choices. There's a lot of value to Wakandans right now. You can use them inside of Chaos Theory for gold promotion credits, right? Good on war offense, good on Cosmic Crucible, and they're also going to be used for the Scourge for the Death. So the War Dogs team is going to be a war offense team, and of course that's going to have the newcomers. Now, Dark Beast is going to come towards the end of the patch. The Evil Doctor will now see you. Dark Beast will lend his mad science to the new Death Seed team with reworks to Magneto and Psylocke. Death Seed will wreak havoc in Raid, and stay tuned for the release of the rest of the team in the near future. So it doesn't look like that we're going to be able to use this much until we get the full team, which will be in patch 6.6. Ability and stat improvements, and this is going to be at the very bottom. This is going to have the stat improvements for Hela, Shuri, Black Panther, and Magneto, and Psylocke. Now, new costumes coming over this patch will be Iron Man. There'll be a Silver Centurion, Namor. Don't know how to say that. And then we'll get a Magic Midnight Sun. Now, can't miss events. Trick or Treat. It's no trick. This will be the only event this year to recruit Iron Man Zombie to your roster. So if you want to pair this Undead Avenger with Hela for Alliance War offense, don't dare drag your feet on this event. A lot of people are saying that he's not going to come back to next Halloween. I don't believe that's true at all. In fact, I've been hearing the opposite. What they're only saying is that this is going to be the only event to recruit it this year, which is 2 months. So we've only got, this is only, we probably have other ways of getting him, or we have to see, or offers at the first of the year. It doesn't mean all the way to next Halloween. Dogs of War. So this is going to be kind of interesting right here. Power up your roster for Naki's event campaign, which is typically the best and most favorable way of releasing characters. It's definitely the most player friendly. Dogs of War. If you plan on battling through the heroic difficulty, you'll need a top squad of Wakandans. So I don't know what gear tier is going to be required. Typically, these are easy except for the last 2 nodes, but we're going to have to see how this plays out on this heroic difficulty. But this is the first time where it's just going to be Wakandans. And again, my suggestion is to upgrade, looking into upgrading Shuri and then maybe Okoye and Black Panther. That way they'll work on both teams. That way you could have a Cosmic Crucible team, which will include those 3 and maybe Killmonger and M'Baku. And then you're going to have your War Dogs offense team, which is going to include the 2 new characters and those 3. So I think the focus would be Shuri, Okoye, Black Panther. New features, updates, and more. New campaign difficulty hard. Arriving soon during this release, players level 75 earn teal gear character shards, and they specifically said in another post that the character shards that should be available would be Cersei and Wong, and other resources with the new hard difficulty for Heroes Assemble and the Villains United Champs. So this is going to be like a hard difficulty on the existing nodes, and we don't know when this is going to happen. Community Manager Archangel said in my chat that we'll probably have to wait for a blog post on Friday. We'll probably have more details then. We will see. Combat speed update. Combat battle speed settings 1x, 2x, 3x are now preserved after closing the app. All right, new retreat option in raids. This was a little discouraging because they changed the way this works in the way the post, or they clarified it rather. And I'll explain exactly the way that it actually will work. After selecting quit battle in a raid match, you could choose between retreat and lose battle. Raid energy remains spent with either choice, which that's not the way that it was worded initially, but this is the way it's going to work. Raid energy remains spent with either choice. Retreat, end a match without any battle progress. Lose battle. This is the way that it works today. Lose battle, end a raid match with progress preserved. So what this new option retreat is basically the equivalent of force closing the app. So sometimes like this happens to me in the Doom 3.4 and the skill nodes, like you go into battle and before you even take a turn, one of your characters get deleted. And so you end up force closing the app. Now that there will be a retreat option, which basically does the same thing without having to cycle through all the loading screens, everything like that, and closing out the app and restarting it. So this will be a time saver in some sets. Challenge sim update. Get your rewards quicker. You can now sim 3 challenges at once. Okay. And then save squads update. Boy, this has kind of been annoying. In Alliance War practice mode, the War Save Squads tab will now be the default tab. That was not the case. It would save it to like the general one, the very first one. So now they're gonna do that. This is something they've been talking about for a little bit, but I'm sure this is going to be a problem for several people. Operating system depreciation, deprecation. I don't know how to say that. As a reminder, the following devices will no longer be supported: iOS versions 11 and 12, Android versions 5 and 6. And so that's going to shut out some people from playing the game unless they update their devices. Bug fixes. All right. The description for Elsa Bloodstone's ultimate ability, Scatterguns, was missing the text stating her extra focus. The combat behavior is correct and remains the same. So this is just a text fix. Just a text fix. Enemy-controlled Cersei was incorrectly copying taunt with her basic ability, matter transmutation. Enemy-controlled Cersei combat behavior now matches the current player version of Cersei. All right. Okoye's assist counters iso attack have been updated to reflect her basic attack ability, Spear Strike. Then this is the one that has been interesting. My goodness. We have resized Hulk in the roster screen to be his full size. We could be able to do this. You could toggle into the ISO screen and back out of the ISO screen, and he would resize. And so he's going to be the correct larger, his correct size actually, instead of the tiny size. However, due to the size of Hulk model, we're keeping him at reduced size in the squad select screen. Boo! His full size in the squad scoring causes model to overlap other characters. As always, Hulk is full-sized when in combat, so he's still going to look like Tiny Hulk in the save squad screen. All right, well, that's the way it is. Valkyrie's basic ability, Rising Cut, now correctly transfers Death Proof from the primary target to an ally. And then this is a problem that was occurring with Spider Weaver and Rogue. Spider Weaver wasn't clearing charge if she was stunned. Yeah, it was a bad idea to stun Spider Weaver with Rogue, which wasn't the intention. It led to bad game state where fighting Spider Weaver, where she would no longer lower her enemy's accuracy by, she would lower her enemy's accuracy by 100% an infinite number of times until she was no longer stunned. We've corrected the interaction, and then this is extremely good news right here. Enemy controlled Agatha Harkness, so this is going to make the Doom mutant raids much easier. 3.4 Doom mutiny raids, or all of the Doom raids. 3 non-player controlled was incorrectly applying barrier multiple times per battle to her Darkhold allies when they drop below 30% health. This combat behavior now matches the player controlled version, and it applies only once per battle. So that will affect not only Agatha, but the one node that I'm thinking about that really just drives me up a wall is with Heartless Doctor Strange. All right, the only other thing is that there was an update, and unfortunately the web store is down, so I can't show you. Get up to 48% more bang for your buck on the web. I don't think this is going to affect most players, but I just wanted to point out that there is Gear Tier 17 inside of it. Enjoy our new improved bang for your buck web milestone. Complete 14 exciting milestones and get 48% more bang for your buck on the web. Win new rewards, including precious, gold, and teal gear. Win these rewards multiple times every week and take your heroes up to Gear Tier 17. It used to run up to $100, and now it runs up to $500 for the final tiers. So that is something that is different. All right. Are you excited about the patch? I know I am. Hopefully it's not as buggy as everybody thinks it's going to be. Hopefully we don't have a lot of bugs, and I'm, for one, looking forward to playing and testing out Zombie Iron Man. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.